What is Carakalackin, everyone? This is Z coming back at you with another Honkai Star Wars video, and today I figured we would actually do a sort of look back. Now that 4.0 is out, figured we should take a little peek back at, everything we have so far, and then where we even started. I believe it's sometime in July that we started this. I guess I'm trying to see, does it start? I bet you it's in the character bank. Oh yeah, before we get into that, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe so we can continue to grow the channel. I am shooting for 500 now so that we can potentially get onto that creator experience server so we can cover not just some of the characters, but all the characters. And without further ado, let us get into it. So you see right here, 52 out of 77 for the characters that we own. We're only missing 25, considering I started in July. I mean, yeah, I spent, but I mean, at this point, the account's not exactly unrelatable, you know? Let's see. Okay, so July 1st. Wait. Wait, what? This isn't my initial account. Why does it say 2023? That's weird. I gotta check this. This account was started in July. I didn't own... I'm like 98% certain that this is not my original account, and I don't think it is because I had Kafka on the original account. What's up with the First Awakening thing? Unless this is just a thing for your the release date of Star Realm, maybe. No, it says April 26th, 2023. Weird. I wonder why it says 2023, because 100% I started in July when the Fate collab was, coming out. I don't know why it says 2023. This is an account that I started in 2025. I know that. If we look at every other character, it should say when it was. Let me just think about who the first character is technically. I think... Oh yeah, March. This 2023. That is really weird. Why does it say 2023? I'm not lying to you guys. This is not an account that I had before. This is on a separate, I have most of my Heya stuff linked up to the same email. This is a completely different email that I have never used for anything Heya related, so there's no way that this is 2023. Is Danhong gonna... Okay, this is actually what it is. That's so weird. Why does it say that? I wonder if it's a glitch. This makes a lot more sense. 7/11 for 2025. This actually makes sense. I started in July for the Fate collab for this account. As I think I said before in the Trailblaze Journey video, I did start this game at launch back in the day. Wasn't the biggest fan. Bowed out. Now I'm back. Game's in a lot better state in my opinion, but this makes a lot more sense. July 11th. Okay, so we'll use Danhong as our anchor for when the actual account started, because you're kind of forced to get Danhong. I believe he's the first character besides March that you're actually forced into playing. That's not the main character, of course. Anywho, we'll just scroll through who we have. So Destruction, Saber, got Firefly. So I guess that you guys can see I don't really need to say exactly who we do and don't own, but obviously we don't have Jingliu, we don't have Danhong and Robert and Lune, we don't have Yunli and no Maide. I would like to pick up a Maide, I'd like to pick up a Jingliu eventually, we'll see if that happens. For Hunt, the ones that I actually do want, I'm considering getting a Boot Hill. I very much am. I was not the biggest fan of him and the way he talks mainly. If he didn't talk the way he talks, with the censored curse words. I would be a larger proprietor of this guy, but you know, he speaks like that. But some cool thing is that he doesn't speak like that when he is in combat, so I'm okay with it. At least in Japanese. I don't know about English. Fei Xiao I do want to pick up as well. Honestly, I might never pick up Jianqing. I don't like this character. I would have to get so many characters E6 before I put this dude in the pool. Surprised I haven't given out Ratio again for free, considering he was free in the past. I don't really care about him that much though. Erudition, I think I'd like to pick up Jade. I want to E6 Herta. I want to... I could also say plans for like who want to get E6. Saber before she leaves would be nice to E6. It's not a requirement though. I'm happy with where she is, but if we can get her to E6, I'd like to do so. Firefly is another E6. Finon, definitely. Finon and Maide, I think I want to E2. I don't know about E6. We'll see. Depends on how fun they are to play. Archer, I want to E6. Now that we're back on Erudition, I don't really care about Jing Yuan enough to pull for him at this juncture. You would need to get pretty sizable buffs. And he would need to be able to be ran with not Sunday because Saber is using him on her team. And he... You know, Sunday is not going to be removed from that team anytime soon, so Jing Yuan's like less of a reason. I do want Jade for Pure Fiction though. I think we might make that, might do that. Since Firefly's our pick, I don't really care about getting Rappa. This is one thing I will 100% do. I will get every single support in this game. That is the plan. Okay, okay, maybe not Jiao Cho, but Jiao Cho is relevant, you know? He's gonna have to get some, he's gonna have to be a sick, nasty boy for me to divert pulls for him with the current monetary situation that I find myself in. I don't feel it's worth it to do that for a character that I don't really care about. Robin, on the other hand, oh yeah, oh we're getting her. Maybe even E6, E2 for sure. I'm talking again. When I say these Eidolons, I'm not talking like when they come out. It's gonna be over the course of, you know, however many reruns. Sarija. Yeah, I like Sarija, I'll get her. Kafka and Silverwolf, I do want to E6, but now that there's the new Silverwolf, I might just E6 her instead of the old one, but maybe I'll E2 the old one, we'll see. You definitely E2 because I like Super Break a lot. Dot baddies, probably E2 for each of them eventually. Excellence, I want to E6 for sure. I don't have the cat, I do want the cat pretty badly. It was really bad timing too. It's kind of crazy. I looked back and Cypher was just in a horrific spot both times because I believe it was right before Finon she initially came out. And then it was freaking her first rerun was 3.7, which is just like so many other characters that are arguably better than her. Even if you do love Cypher, there were still way too many characters to, you know, pick over her just because of like the meta and all that. I do want an Acheron, but I don't know, man. Y'all, Acheron mains, let me know, but I have heard horror stories about E2 Acheron now. E2 S1 Acheron nowadays. Doesn't sound good. Preservation, I'm finally happy. We got our Venturine. I don't know if I'll get Eidolons for him though. Maybe. He's probably my favorite dude in this game so far though, so maybe if he ever gets an alt, which he might be getting one soon. Yeah, we'll do that. Don Hong, I'm getting his cone. I don't know about Eidolons, we'll see. He is a lot of fun though. I could see myself getting a few for him. Yushuin, I mean, she'll come to us eventually. I'm sure of it. Of the sustains here, I only really care to pull for Lingsha when we missed out on her for 3.8 because 4.0 is right now, and a lot of characters I'd rather... Well, okay, it's not that I don't want Lingsha a lot, I do. It's just, account-wise, Lingsha doesn't really have as much of a reason to be here because we have our sustains at this point. We don't really need her per se. I'll use her over Gallagher for sure next time she pops up, but as it stands right now, not as much. Whoa, I mean, she's gonna have to either get given out for free or she's going to have to come out again at an opportune time for us. We'll see. But at least she's gonna be pretty good with Elation, at least right now, because we don't have an Elation specific sustain, but I think that's gonna change pretty soon. Maybe not pretty soon, I think it'll change. Remembrance, I mean, we have every freaking remembrance basically. I'm gonna get a Glia when she reruns next time. Didn't have a chance. D.8. Evernight, 100%. I want to get her right now, but I'm saving our guarantee for Sparksy, so can't get her right now. Because then if I don't, there's a chance that what happened with, I'll just skip ahead. Yao Guang, we lost 2 50/50s on her, and we still don't have her. Reason we don't have her is because I used the guarantee on Black Swan, but I was feeling pretty good, and then, okay, yeah, we'll just get 50/50 on Yao Guang, and then we didn't get her. So that's cool. I guess I'll show current Eidolons. They're pretty much ones to note. We have S2 and E2 for Saber, because, I mean, again, she's half the reason I even started this game again. Kirby's E0. So most of these characters that I have are E0. Which, again, I don't feel like this account's that unrelatable. At least right now. E0, S1 for Sunday. I don't even have freaking Dan Hong's cone. I was considering it at the time, but nah. Fugue is, I mean, she doesn't even have E0. Cone. You know, the MC's the MC, you don't need to talk about them. Serenity, we just have her E0. I want to get her E2 100%. I might consider E6ing her because of the Chrysos errors just being such a, I want to use them a lot because they're they're probably my favorite faction that's not the, oh my goodness, how am I forgetting the name of her? Stellaron Hunters. I don't know why it took me so long to freaking put that together. Besides the Stellaron Hunters, these Chrysos are probably my favorite. So I'm thinking E6 Serene would be a good investment there. We have her to E0 with her cone. And Rame is Rame. We have her cone now, but I spent the light cone battle pass stuff for that, so that's why that's there. We have E0 Sparkle. I pulled for her back at 3.4. Archer, we got him and his cone for free, as you guys know by now. I want to get him E2 before he leaves. At least, if we can E6 him and E6 Saber, I'll be very, very happy. We will have to, I'm going to hope that they're here until next July, so that way it's a full year. Because at that rate, I actually should have enough time to get them to E6. Time will tell. Venturing, we just picked him, so we don't have his cone, obviously. I'm probably going for his cone on rerun, though. Esselin's, we just got her this patch. We got cone as well, E0. I don't think I showed Everentry being E0, but we did just pick him with the selector, so. Finon, we have his cone, it's just on Firefly right now. So it is here. E0, of course. I gotta build him still. I was going to, and then 4.0 came out, and now I want to build Dot, so you know. Gotta build Dot first. Kafka's tier, E0. We just got Black Swan, like, not that long ago. 0, of course. Branya, I think, is E3 now. Yep. Seela's E1. I do want to build Seela at some point. Maybe when she's, like, E2, E4. I'll consider it. We also just need to build all these teams, you know. Like, besides, let me think about carriers I actually would even bother picking up that we don't really own yet. That, like, would stop me from building. I mean, honestly, everyone here that's not Maide, the only one I would drop stuff for is Maide and Fei Xiao, and supposedly Fei Xiao is going to rerun next patch with Ashvale, which means that I would just prioritize pulling for an Archer Eidolon. So not really any carries here that I would really drop everything to pick up at this juncture. Picked up Topaz. I kind of want to get her cone. But I mean, we don't have Fei Xiao, so follow-up's less of a reason to be, you know, selected right now. I think Himiko's E2. E1. No. Dahlia, we have her cone, and then E0. Firefly's E1. I want to get her E6 eventually. We don't have her cone. I think I'll get a cone on rerun though next time. Icing, we have her and her cone. 0. Don't have an access cone. He's E0 though. Blade's E3. Kind of funny. I haven't pulled for Blade one time, by the way. He's just every copy I've had of him is losing a 50-50. So we have lost either that or it was actually, you know what, it had to be lost 50-50 because he's not in the standard pool. He's in the 50-50 lost pool though. Castrice, we have her in her cone, E0. Silverwolf, E0. Don't think we have a copy for Bailu, no. Ara, I think's E1, yep. Gets everybody. We have Drapard, oh. Overall, though, I mean, y'all let me know. I feel like considering that we started this account in July, not really doing too shabby. And the only real characters that I feel like I have to own, like I really want them, Mighty on rerun, so I guess I'll just count. So Mighty's 1, Beishao's 2, but I mean, if I had to skip her to get an Emmy Eidolon, I'm doing that because, you know, non-limited versus... Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Archer's a collab unit. He might not ever rerun again once his banner's gone. That's my reasoning. Beishao I do really want, though. I would drop... She is one of the characters I'd drop everything to get a copy of, but... Collaboration character. Never know when they're going to rerun, if ever. So, might as well get as many copies on him as I can now. Once I get him to E2, I think I'll be in a happy enough spot to put pulling copies for him on pause, because I want to get Saber to E6 a lot more. And Robin is a drop everything character for me. That's 3. But I mean, supposedly she might be free soon, so I might not even have to worry about that crap. Honestly, I hope that's true. I really do. That means I don't have to freaking spend pulls for her, especially if she's going where supposedly she's going to be going. I can get her cone for free as well, because I have enough to pick up another one of those. I mean, I love Cypher, yeah. Probably Cypher's 4. And then Evernight for sure. But yeah, so that's like 6 characters, but even then it's like 4 of them are like I would drop everything to pull a copy of them and maybe their cone. But considering that, you know, again, it's only July, it's been like, what? Frickin' 7 months, give or take. I think only not having 6 of the characters that I want is pretty freaking good, especially because of the fact that the only characters of those 6 that have even ran since the time I've been here, My Day's one of them. Beishao hasn't ran yet. So the only characters I missed out on, it's My Day, and then I guess you could consider Saridra, but I mean, you know, she's not a must pull for me. She's a pull because she's a support, not like I have to own her before she leaves or own a copy of her. The cat, Cypher, that's 2. It's a Basant, yeah, and then I missed out on Linkshot on purpose though. Yeah, it's like 3 characters. There's only, and then Evernight right here. That's 3 characters that I didn't get. It was like characters that I really wanted, and I just didn't get them because whatever reason. Considering the time frame that we've been in, I think that's really good. Of course, we used some money. I don't remember how much, but I mean, y'all let me know. I feel like this account is, at least right now, it's fairly relatable, you know? Oh, hey, we have this. Oh. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Let me know who you guys own and maybe when you started, if you can figure out when. I mean, because I'm using Danhong as an anchor for when we started this account, right? So, in this, I think, 7th, I think, of July. So check your Danhong if you do want to double check for me, and then let me know when you started, and then maybe how many characters out of the 77 here that you own, and then maybe characters that you know, have, or maybe don't have but really want. Or you could also just tell me what characters, like what Eidolons you have them at, you know, like maybe you have an E6 Castrice and I don't know. But if you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, We can keep growing that channel to that sweet 500, and maybe we can even get Hoyo partnered. See you all in the next video. Laters.